Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all folks in between, and welcome to another episode of Aunt Millicent's Cooking Show. Hey, y'all, and welcome back to the show. We got a really big...
They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Okay, I think I need to jump on this trend, so get your apron. Let's get started. Okay, so before any of y'all panic, no, we're not going to make a cat. We're going to make a cake, and it's going to look like a cat. Now, I've made not designer cakes, but fancy cakes before that are decorated. About a year ago, I made an Easter bunny cake, and last Halloween, I made a Frankenstein Head cake, which I thought turned out pretty good. We're going to walk our way through a real simple cat cake you can make with just 2 round pans. This picture of which should be on the screen right now below me, and I'll walk you through it, okay? So the first thing you're going to need, let's get on the ingredients, is a box cake. I don't really care what brand you get. You just follow the directions on the cake and make it, okay? But the fun part is we're going to go ahead and make the icing. I've made this icing before, so we're going to go over it again. This is our cream cheese icing, and it'll be chocolate, and one will be non-chocolate, okay? And we're going to put them together. This thing's going to look like a cat, okay? So the first thing you need is some butter. You're going to need, I think it's a half a stick, and make sure it's soft, okay? And then you're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese. This is going to be in our frosting, okay? You're going to need a pinch of salt. It's 1/4 of a teaspoon. And then you're going to need some vanilla extract, only about a teaspoon of that. Should be familiar with that by now. You're going to need about 3.5 pounds, or not 3.5 pounds, good grief, 3.5 cups of powdered sugar, okay? And that's going to make our icing, all right? And then I bought at the store some little tube icing. Okay, these are colors. This one's black and this one's gold. I was going to use this to make that cat eyes, and this is just going to be the whiskers and the nose and that kind of thing. You can get any colors you want. You can make any kind of cat you want. I don't care. Okay, it's all good. Okay, but you could just kind of follow my example. And finally, we got to add some cocoa powder for the chocolate part. Okay. And then finally, vanilla wafers. Now, these are completely optional. We're going to use these to make like little cat feet standing up, like he's laying on the cat tray, okay? You can also use Oreos. That's a really good point, but just round cookies, okay, that'll represent the cat's legs, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to show you how to make a cat cake. So let's have fun, okay? Okay, before we even remotely get started, I cheated. I made these yesterday. Last night, actually. Here are 2 cake rounds. They are, I guess it's 9 inches. And these are made out of chocolate, okay? So these are nice and baked. And the reason I made them in advance isn't just because of time issues from last night. It's because you want these to be super cool when you ice them, okay? So what I've done is I've made these really nice, and I made them in advance, okay? So what you need to do now is go ahead and make your cake. And I probably should have said that in advance. You need to make your cake, but if we do start icing this, you need to make sure your cakes are cool and nice and cool. So give yourself plenty of time to make this, okay? So I want to go ahead and get started on making the cat out of these cakes, okay? So bear with me. Okay, y'all, what I want you to do is pick one of these that's the biggest one. We're going to call this the body of the cat. This is going to be the smaller one, and this is going to be the head and the tail and the ears, okay? So the first thing you need to do is I want to put a pattern below that you can follow on one of these cakes. Get yourself a sharp knife. And another thing, when you cut your cake, it may help to freeze it in advance or just put it in the freezer a little bit. I know we're doing a lot of hot, cold, and that kind of thing, so we have to wait a lot. So we're going to take this cake here and cut off like a moon shape over here, okay? So hopefully I won't embarrass myself too much. So I'm going to cut this off camera and come back, okay? Okay, y'all, that worked out better than I thought. So what I did is I just took my sharp knife and made this kind of moon shape, okay? So now we're going to make the head. The head is going to be this line here. And again, follow the pattern, okay? And here's our head. And then we're going to pull the bottom part here aside, all right? So here's my cat head, the tail, and the ears are going to be these 2 pieces right here. Little pointy cat ears, okay? So whenever I'm going to rearrange these in a minute, and it's going to look like a cat. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, here we go. This is our cat body made out of cake. This is obviously the whole one. the moon part, and then the face and the ears. I confess to cutting down a little bit on the ears and the head to make it a little more round looking, and the ears look more like ears. I think you can probably find a place to put the leftover cake. Okay, I obviously do all the time, right? So let's start decorating this guy. Let's make some icing, okay? And you, at this point, can go as fancy or as easy as you want to go with this icing. Honestly, if you just put a bunch of icing on this guy right here, people are going to go, that's a cat, okay, or at least some sort of animal, right? So let's get to making some cream cheese icing, okay? Okay, we are back at the blender, y'all, and we are going to be making this delicious frosted icing. And the first thing we got to add is this big block of Philadelphia cream cheese. So I'm going to push it over here. And you should probably get that pre-softened, so leave that out a little bit before you put it in. This is a stick of butter, which is a half cup. And it got pretty soft, but I went ahead and shoved it in the microwave a few seconds. Okay, so that's our next step. We need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Okay, that's going to go in just like that. And we need, I think it's a full, yep, a full teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is the half. I get these little, oops, well, you know, a little bit of flavor won't hurt anybody. Yeah, that's a half, so 2 halves make a whole. And I put a little extra in there because, hey, we like vanilla extract. And then we're going to go in with powdered sugar is the last ingredient, okay? So we need 3.5 cups of this. So this is a half cup I have here. So I guess I need, if I do the math, 7, 2, 3. And they said math was useless in school. 5. That'll count for me. Make sure I don't mess up. 6. And 7. Okay. Let's blend that up. Let's put it in our KitchenAid and blend until smooth. Okay. And here we go. Make sure you use the whisk. Okay. And I'll be back. Whoa, that was fun. Okay, y'all. This is the cream cheese icing. When you get this done, you don't have to do this part. I want to pull out about a spoonful or 2 of this and save it so I'll have 2 colors of icing, okay? Then I'm going to put in the cocoa powder. We'll mix that in, okay? You don't have to do that. You can mix the whole thing in cocoa powder. It's cool. I just like 2 colors of icing to play with, okay? Okay, I'm back. Now let's finish this off. This is a half a cup of cocoa powder. This will give us chocolate icing. So we'll have kind of a chocolate icing and a cream cheese icing all mixed up, and it'll be, as they say, delicioso, okay? Here we go. Okay, we're back, y'all. I've got my icing done, my chocolate and my non-chocolate. And we're going to ice this cake up the best we can. Just take a spoon and put it on there. I'm going to leave a space open so we can have like a little white belly, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, y'all, you can see that I've got the body iced up pretty good. There's a few little rough spots here and there, but it kind of looks like a little brown cat, okay? And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white icing and kind of make himself a little belly and maybe a little snout, okay? And then we'll decorate the eyes and stuff. And then we're going to take our cookies or vanilla wafers, whatever you bought, and we'll put little feet here. It's going to be really awesome. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, here we go. What I did is I dipped the vanilla wafers in the yellow or the white icing, and I put a patch right here in the middle. These are also vanilla wafers up here. So he's not quite done yet. We still have some yellow icing. Oh, there you go. Yellow and some black. So I'm going to draw, what you want to do is draw some eyes here. You can draw them any color you want. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to probably draw some whiskers and draw a nose and little paw prints down here. Okay. And I might want to stripe the tail just because, or maybe put some stripes up here. So I'll be back. Let's see what kind of artistic masterpiece I can come up with. Okay. Okay, y'all, here we go. What I've done now is I've added some black toes, or what they call them, toe beans, to the cat's feet. And then I've added some yellow icing to make eyes. And I've added some black to the whiskers. I filled in the ears with a little bit of that white icing. Why is that hard to say? White icing to give a little contrast and give him some stripes on the tail. I could probably use all this black and white just to decorate him up, but I think he looks like a cat. So I'm not going to try him. It's the same old cake as it's always been. But obviously we've got a challenge to get rid of this in a few days, but I'm sure he'll find a place. So remember, always get your pet spaded and neutered. And remember, cats are friends. They are not food. And dogs too, okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next time. Bon appetit.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 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 They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.